Good morning, all of you. Welcome to the course on artificial intelligence and soft computing. In the previous session, we were discussing about the two uninformed searching techniques, which are breadth first search and then depth first search. We discussed about the performance, time complexity, as well as space complexity, and we discussed about how this searching process can done whenever if the problem for the given goal statement. So with the continuation of that, and our next searching technique which we are going to discuss is that uniform cost search. When compared with that, the breadth first search and then depth first search, right now the uniform cost search, in that what we are trying to do is that we are trying to find out a cheapest or cheaper first search algorithm. Out of that, suppose if we have the tree or graph which is weighted graph or weighted tree, in that cases, based on the path cast, and now we are trying to find out that what is the optimal path or what is the shortest path or shortest search through which will reach the goal state. So when compared with the breadth first search, it is going to use a priority queue instead of a simple or normal queue, right? And this is going to use use a technique, insert the nodes in the increasing order of the cost of the path so far. So when compared with the both the breadth first search as well as the depth first algorithm, so this is going to provide a complete or optimal solutions. As we were discussing about that, when you talk about the cost, in that cases, the optimal solution will be that the path through which will reach the goal state with the minimum cost. So that is going to be the optimal solution. This algorithm is intended that will follow that the smallest path or the smallest route through which the different intermediate states are visited, and then finally it will reach the goal state. So this algorithm definitely, which is guaranteed to find or provide an optimal solutions. So this algorithm is called a uniform cost search. Now, so this is an example one. So this example which I was explaining with the breadth first search also, right? In that, so let's assume this is the start node and this is the goal node. And from that point, what we need to do is that we need to move from the start node to the level one. So level one. So if I visit this, if you want, you can make a note of this graph. So that will be more helpful for you to find a solution. Are you all noting the graph? Yes, spacing part of the DFS and then BFS. DFS is very less when compared with that. In the cases, the spacing which is required is that branch and multiplied by the depth. When it comes to the BFS, which requires more complexity. BFS always requires a more complexity. I was explaining with that the branching factor with the 10. I displayed with the one slide which has no branching factor is 10. In that cases, if you have the level 8, which requires near over 30 hours, right? Again, which equal amount of memory which is required in the terabyte which is required memory. In case in the depth first search, the time complexity which is going to be the same, because all the nodes in the tree which are going to be visited, irrespective of which node is going to visit first, only in both the DFS as well as BFS, all the nodes in the tree which are going to be visited, maybe the order of visit which may vary based on the tree traversal which you uses. Okay. Then when it comes to the space complexity, right, when we use the breadth first search, where we will require all the data or all the node as well as its child to be stored in the memory locations for comparisons. When it comes to the depth first search, only it's the current node and then current child which has to be stored in the whatever the node which is there in the specific depth, that has to be stored. So here the space complexity which will be breadth, and then the MRD which is the depth. When it comes to the breadth first search, the space complexity will be B power D. The space will exponentially growth depends upon the level increases. So this is what the difference between the space complexity difference between BFS and then DFS. So when it comes to that uniform cost search, so this is what the example I took for an explanation. The start node which has the three children P, E, and then D. So if I wanted to expand this node, start node, right, I'll find a 3 children's, P and then E and then D. I hope you all noted this graph. Otherwise, you can take a screenshot and then keep it in your laptop or PC, and that can be used in the later stage. Okay. So how the uniform cost search algorithm which is going to work means that first the root node will be expanded and its children are to be expanded. P, which has cost is 1, again D, which is cost is 3, and then the node E, which has cost is 9. Out of these 3 options, when I expand the root node at the start node, and I'll get a 3 option. I can visit P, or I may visit E, or I may visit D. Out of the 3 possible options, the algorithm will select the path which has the shortest one, or the weighted is 1, or weighted is smaller in number. Out of the 3 options or the 3 cost, the node P which has the smaller in cost, which has 1 unit length. So obviously your algorithm will visit P first, right? So the same process will be repeated, right? Again, after that, it will check for any other cost weight, and this weight will be accumulated and added with this node when you are visiting P and then Q. So suppose if you are visiting this P, 1 plus 15, so here it will come the length which will become 16 for Q. Again, when it comes to that D, which has the second highest one, so here first from the start node we'll move to the D node, and from here we'll try to find out the other children for D, 1 and 8, and the weight value will be added. And by the way, so this will be accumulated, the weight the path cost will be accumulated, and finally whatever the count which is less, that node is going to be visited and then that is going to be expanded. Is it clear for all of you? In the next slide, I'll try to explain it very clearly. So here I have given with the numbers the same graph which I have represented in the vertical order. Let's assume this is the start node which has the 0 cost, and the node, when I explaining, you all may refer the diagram of the graph which I told you to make a note of it. You may refer the screenshot, or you may refer the graph which are noted in your notebook. The root node is the S. S has the 3 children D, E, and P. Out of this, which node has the less cost, which has D? The path cost is 3. So this node has to be visited. When it comes to D, again, so D will be expanded, and B node will has again a 3 children. Is it? I'll move back to the C. B has a 3 children. Sorry, D has a 3 children. B, C, E. Is it clear for all of you? Root D has 3 children. B, C, D. B, C, E. Right? B, C, E. And then the corresponding cost. Right? Now, when again out of this, which one is the smaller one? Again, 0, 3. Now we can compare with the other elements, right? Otherwise also, what is the first node which has to be visited? I was explaining. Sorry, I did a small mistake here. The first thing is that the node P which has to be visited, because out of the 3 children of yes, node P which has the smaller in cost, 1 unit. So node P has to be visited first, right? After that, once if you are visiting P, and then the other cost which is going to be no, again when we wanted to visit Q, again it has a 16. So this will not be processed, and then it will try to find out the other numbers or other children's. Then this child D which has a 3 in cost, Now again, so this will be visited and the node D will be expanded. Next, when we are expanding the node D which has three children B, C, E. Again, when it comes to the cost for the B, which is already it is 3, and what is the cost for B? D to B? What is the cost for B? Sorry, D to B. D to B, which is 1. What are the number which are indicated that are the accumulated values? Is it clear for all of you? What is the path cast between D to B, which is 1? So already, so it has a 3 path cast, right? Which is S to D, which is 3, and 3 plus 1, which is 4, right? And what is the next element which are going to be that? Again, once if so this is the smallest one when compared with the all other elements. Now again, the node B can be visited and that can be expanded. Again, when we move back to the previous one, so here when we are in a B, again B has only one child which has A, which the cost is 2, right? Now we'll come back here again. What is the cost for this B to A, which is 2, and so this will be expanded, visited, and what is the total cost, which is 6. After that, we will not proceed further because there are some other node which are less than this 6 value. So that is node E. Directly from here, we'll stop here and then we'll move to the right subtree of the node D, which is E. E, which has a 3 path cast. So from S to D, which is 3, and D to E, which is 2. Is it clear? What is the cast between D to E, which is 2? Am I correct? D to, yes, you can check that from D to E, which is 2, right? After that, whenever if I reach a D to E, again, the node E will be expanded. Is it clear for all of you? It may be little confusing, but one thing you need to remember is that after visiting the node and we will have the accumulated path cast. After that, that path cast will be compared with the all other path cast. And suppose if the path cast is less than other path cast, and that node will be keep on expanded. Otherwise, the node which has the cheaper path cast or the smaller path cast, so that is going to be expanded. This is what the simple fundamental when you're talking about uniform path cast or uniform cost search. Now, I was explaining about the node E has to be expanded. When it comes to node E has two children, which is H and R. Correct? Node E, which has two children, one is H and the other one is R. Node E, which has the two children, one is H. Here, this is the node 1, and this is the child 2 for E. And what is the path cast between E to H, which is 8, and then E to R, which is 2. E to H, which is 8 year, and E to R, which is 2. After accumulating, what the value here you will get? Here it is 13, here it is 7. Now you can compare this 7 with the all other values. So here it is now 9. So this will not be expanded. So already we are reached 16 here. So again, so this will not be expanded. Now, so this is the only node here we are interested in. So the node R will be visited and the node R which is going to be expanded first. We'll move back to the graph again. Node R which has only one node which is F. The path cast between R and F is equal to 1. R and F path cast is 1. If we add these two values, 7 plus 1, which is 8. Now, the path cast will be compared with the all other values. Now, this subtree which has 9, again, so here it is 16. Again, when it comes to node C, which is 11. When compared with the all other possibilities, and so this F is the smallest one. Is it clear for all of you? Now, the algorithm will decide that this F node will be expanded further, right? When we visit F, there are two options. F has the two children. One is a goal state node. The other one is that where we'll move back to the C, which is 3. F to C, which is a 3 cost, and then F to goal state is a 2 cost. So here this is another option. F to C, which is 2, right? And then F2, sorry, what? F2, sorry, F2C, which is 3, and then F2 goal state, which is 2. So this will be 11 path cast, but the node A, which the C, which are already visited, are once if you are visiting here, so we are not interested at time being, right? And the second thing is that so 8 plus 2, which is the goal state, which is a 10. But we are not assured that whether this is a shortest path or not, because there are some other subtrees which are missed. There are some other nodes which are in the graph or tree which is to be visited, and we need to further visit all the nodes in all the direction. Then there are chances that some other node or some other path with me have the lesser cost when compared with this 10. When we visit this path, S2D, which is 3, 3 plus D to E, which is 2, 5, and then E to R, which is 7, R to F, 8, and then F to G, 10. So this traversal, which required a 10 path cast to reach our goal state. So we completed half, and then we need to analyze further. Now after that, so this is 10 we are visited, and then we are interested in the next higher level node, which is C, which has the 11 cast unit. So when we expand this C, node C, again node C, which has only one child, which has A. So A, what is the path cast? It is 2. So again C, here we will get C plus 2, which is 11. So A will have a 13 path cast. So this is not the optimal one, because already A we visited here. The path cast to visit A is 6. So this will be ignored because this is the shortest path when compared with the other one. Now again, what we'll do, we'll compare with that A. So here the C, again the second, the subtree in this D is also C, which has 11. This is also possible. Again 11 plus A, C plus A, again we'll get the same value. These nodes are already visited. Whenever you are visiting the nodes, and we may write it here, the nodes, the visited nodes cannot be visited, right? If this complete part is done, otherwise, so this part is missing. So 11 is done, and the next higher value, which is, before that I would have started this 9. When you are reaching the 9 again, so H and R value, which are 17 as well as 11. When compared with this R11, so already we have used R, which is a smaller cast, which is 7. We have used this method. Otherwise also, again, the R value which has been expanded, these all the nodes are visited here. So we are not going to consider again this, all these R, F, and then C, G, A. Again, the node H we have not visited. So because here in this subtree, which has the 17 cast, so here it has 13 path cast. Now again, when you are visiting H, again it has the two children. One is Q, the other one is P. Is it clear? It has a P as well as Q. It has the two children P and then Q. Again, when it comes to that P and Q, these nodes are already visited, right? So this P already you have visited from when we started here, P1, because that was the shortest path. We have visited the first one. And then when it comes to the Q, we have already visited P1 plus 15, which are 16. So these two nodes are visited already. So we are not going to consider it, right? Again, if you are trying to find out any other alternate path, say for example, if you are using this one, S to D, S to E, which is 9, and then E to R, which is 11, again R to F. What is the cost for R to F? Though we have already visited, we are going to do the rough estimation. R to F again, which is 1, and then 2. F to goal is 2, 1, 2. R to F 1. What will be the cost here? So already it was 11. 9, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 1, 12, 12 plus 2. So what is the path cost to reach the goal state using this direction, which is 14, right? Now what, by visiting all the nodes, already we have visited PQ, right, using this step itself, right? Now we found a two path. The first one is that S, S to D, D to E, E to R, and then R to F, and then F to G. So this technique, which required only the 10 path cast. The second method which we use, right? S to E, which is 9, again E to R, which is 11, again R to F, which is 12, and then F to G, which is 14. Now this path which requires a 14 path cast, when compared to both these searching techniques or both this path, now this as the shortest path. So this will be considered as the optimal solution. Is it clear for all of you? In case if you have any doubts, you can quickly write in the chat box. I'm getting only one response. Others, if you're not clear with this, I'm ready to explain one more time. But one thing you need to remember is that here we'll try all the possible options, but we need to compare all the path casts. Out of that, the path or the node which has the less path cast, that node has to be expanded first. By the way, we'll repeat the process. We'll identify that the node which are as the less path cast, that node has to be expanded. So this has to be continued unless until we reach the goal state. Out of the possible solutions are the possible ways, and we need to identify the optimal solution which has the less path cast whenever you are searching your goal state. So based on this example, the path cast which I used this one, left subtree 1. So this is the optimal solution through which we'll reach the goal state G in the shortest path. This is another example for the uniform cost search. What you can do is that you can quickly find out what will be the shortest path for this graph. Abdul Khan, Abdul Khan. Let's assume, sorry, don't assume this is 5. This is yes. Yes is the source or start node, similar to the previous one. So now this is going to be the start node. Abhishek, what is the first step we need to do whenever we implement a uniform cost search? Unmute yourself, Abdul. Abhishek. Anyone out of Abdullah or Abhishek, unmute yourself. Abhishek, I hope you are actively attending the lectures. You are sitting in front of the laptop or PC, and you are paying your attention when I'm giving the explanations. Yes, yes. The goal state can be G1, G2, G3. That may be vary. Out of that, what what will be the optimal or the node which reaches in the smallest path? Yes, G1, G2, G3 are the goal state. Abdul Ahad, what is the first step we need to do? Now this is the source. What is the first step we need to do? We need to find out what? What is the problem in unmuting yourself, Abdul? The shortest path to the goal node. So when it comes to node yes, what are the three options? The first one is that it may go to A, which is 5, and the second is the node has three children, A, B, and then D. This is a directed graph, right? A, B, D. Node A has a 5 path cast, node B has 9 path cast,
9.
and the node
D has 6.
D has 6. So we did the first part. And what is the next step we need to do? Out of that, the node which has the less path cast. Out of the three node which has the less path cast,
A.
A. Very good. The node A which has to be expanded. When it comes to node A, how many child it has? How many children it has?
1.
What one? There are two children. A
2,
has
sir.
B,
B and G1.
B and G1, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
when it comes to that, this A to B, what is the cast here? Which is 5 plus 3,
3.
which will be
3,
8,
8.
right?
8.
Again, when we wanted to visit again,
Yes,
A
sir.
to D, A to G, which is already 5 plus 9, which is
14.
14, right? Now,
Yes,
after
sir.
that, what other nodes to be? Yes, you can turn now. You can mute yourself. I'll find someone else. Thank you. Ayan Sheikh. Ayan Sheikh. Ayan Sheikh. Out of this, the nodes are visited are the A. Ayan Sheikh, are you there? Mute yourself. Sorry, unmute yourself. Ayan Sheikh, if you are not responding in a minute, I'll mark you absent. Ayan Sheikh. Okay, no issues. You can write in the chat box otherwise. No problem if your mic is not working, that doesn't matter. Farman Khan. Farman. Are you there, Farman Khan? So I'll continue, right? So I was explaining about that. So here, this is 14 are after accumulating, right? Again, when you are expanding node B. So here, when compared with this, the other node which has, see here, this was the node which has the path cost is 5, and then we expanded A. A has the two children, which is the first one is B, and then second one is G1. When I wanted to visit this B, right, again 5 plus 3, which is B, which is total cost is 8. Again, when I expand this node, again A plus 9, which is path cost is 14. Now this total path cost for this node B is 8. Now I'll compare this with the any other the path cost. So here the node D, which has the less path cost when compared with the B. So I'll expand this path, right? So here 6 will be added here. The node D as a 6. Now this node D will be expanded again because this has 6 path cost. So this will be expanded. When expand this node, the D has the two children. The first one is E, and the second one is, sorry, actually 3 children. Sorry, my bad. So it has the 3 children, E, C, and then again source again, right? Out of that, so the node which I already visited, yeah, the starting node we have already visited, right? The C which is pending. If you add this value, what will be the cost? It comes around 6 plus 2, 8. The node C which will comes 6 plus 1, 8. Again, when we visit this E, 6 plus 2, which is 8. Right? Is it clear for all of you? Now, you may find the alternate ways. Otherwise, this is, let's assume if this is 5. If this is 6, no, from C to yes. So this is in the opposite direction. So for time being, I'm not considering that. You can find out the other shortest path cost through which we can reach 8, 8, 8. Out of that, we can select any one of the node. If I select the node B, node C again, which is 1. So here I'll come, it will come around 9. Out of that, this route is the shortest path, so I may ignore that. Right? After that, again node E is there. E which has the 8 path cost. So 8 plus 7, which is 15, I may reach the goal state. So this is my goal state 3. I may not assume that whether this is the optimal solution or not. I'll try to find out the alternate methods also. Right? Again, I may start expanding this node C. When it comes to C, C has a 3 children. One is this one start node, which I assume it is a starting node. And the other one is this goal 2, which is 5 length. Again, so this F, which has a 3 cost. If I consider all this value, so 9 plus 5 here, I'll get 14. Sorry, 8. Sorry, C value is 8, right? So here 8 plus 5, which is I consider about the 9. So because I am assuming that the shortest path, which is 8 to C, and 8 plus 5, which is 13. Again, when I reach this node, which is expanding F, which is 8 plus 7, which is 15. I'll keep this for a while, and then I'll try to find out any other shortest node present in this graph. Right? Again, so this, again, I can ignore this 9 plus 16 or 8 plus 5, which is 13. So because if I start from here, it is 0 to 0. So I'll ignore this path also because the start node which are already visited. What other nodes which are not visited? Because A is also visited. So I can neglect these steps. And then F to D, if I visit C, again this F is pending. Node F, which is pending. What is the cost of this node, which is 15? I need to expand this node. It has the two children. The first one is D, and the second one is goal 3. If I reach this D, I may require 15 plus 2, which is 15. That is comparatively high with the path 6. So I can ignore this part. Again, when I reach the goal state from here, which is 15 plus 8, which is 23. So this is again comparatively costlier than this 15. Out of that, what are the other? Is any node or any vertices which is missed without visiting? I hope I visited all the nodes. So in order to reach a goal state, what is the shortest path? This is start path, start node to A and then A to G. In order to reach a goal state 2, what is the shortest path? I'll try to take another color. So this one, right? Start to D and then D to C and then C to G2, which is 13 is the shortest path. Again, when it comes to the goal state 3, right? Again, here, the first one, start to node D and then from here to here, which is 8, 8 to 7, here it is 15. Is it clear for all of you? So this is how your uniform cost search algorithm will work. So this algorithm, any of this is going to provide an optimal cost search or optimal solution through which we'll try to reach the goal station with the minimal cost. Is there any doubt related to this searching techniques which I was explained throughout the sessions? Breadth for search, depth for search, and then uniform cost search. So this is what the solution, I was explaining in the previous slides, right? So here they have mentioned in the shortest path or simplest way, right? So here S2, A, which is 5 here. No, they did not accumulated here, but the same thing when we are reaching that. So here you can find that the goal one, which has the 14 path cast. I'll try to highlight here also. So this is what we calculated in the previous calculation. Again, the goal state 2, which is 13 path cast. Again, goal 3, which has the 15 path cast. Out of that, no, what the problem statement was that out of the 3 goal state, which one is the easiest one or simplest one? Out of the 3 path cast, when comparatively, the G3 or goal 2 is the smallest, or the goal which can easily reach or quickly reach. Is it clear for all of